If you could experience one day of your life once again, which day would it be? I think life is just one life, it's always going further, so even if there would be a very special day, I would not like to repeat it because it's so special, because it's only once. Friday night, party hard, or next Netflix and chill. I'm not the big party guy anymore, I was a little bit in the past, but no Netflix, no chill, I would read or climb, in the gym at least. Do you know any alpinist or climbing joke? I know a joke, it's not about climbing, it's a bit about my father. So if two Yetis meet, they say, did you hear Reinhard Messner is really alive? Do you plan future or let things happen? For sure I let it happen. So I have a lot of things in mind, as many alpinists do. Just keep them in mind, and if the time point is the right, you should go for it. First job you were paid for. So my first job was, I was collecting apples. In South Street we have a lot of apples. If you put them in a train, the train will go from Berlin to Rome, so it's hard to imagine. And I was collecting these apples for many, many summers. What do you find too risky to do? Yeah, probably some extreme sports as skydiving or something like that. So I really like to have something in hand as a hold or something. So, is there something about new technologies you don't like? Yeah, I'm really afraid of this. It's hard to predict where it's going. So I'm not I'm not good in modern technology. So really, in this kind, I'm really old school. If you had to eat the same thing for the rest of your life, what would it be? I'm Italian, so for sure it's pizza. The scariest moment in your life. So I had a period where I was climbing quite a lot of alone, so solos. And there was one experience I would not like to repeat. I was entering a route which I did not know, and it started to rain, and I lost the way. And I definitely will not repeat this day, but anyhow, it really helped me to understand and also to request what I'm doing. Do you think you're well organized? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Maybe also too much sometimes. Cat or dog? It's the dog. Or I was always very related to animals, so my first love was a horse. It's not on this card, but I would say horse. You can invite 3 people to a dinner. Who would it be? It would be amazing to have Paul Preuss to my left and Hans Dülfer to my right. I think they had more or less the equal climbing skills, but Dülfer was not riding that much, but I think he was a very clever person. You can climb only one mountain. Which do you choose? So the most beautiful mountain I was experiencing in my life is Heiligkreuzkofel. It's a very difficult name and not so known. It's in the Dolomites, but still it's the most beautiful mountain I know. And if you go down this mountain in the evening in summer, it's like a fireball. It's amazing, it's so beautiful. Biggest unfulfilled dream. So there are many, many dreams. I try to not stop dreaming, but I think if you fulfill all your dreams, so at some point you lose the motivation. So I think it's always good to have some dreams, also some which will not be fulfilled. The luckiest moment in your life. The luckiest moment in my life was probably meeting my wife. We get married a year ago, so this is for sure the luckiest moment. What would you do if you had a time machine? I for sure would go back in time, not forward. I'm a bit scared what's coming up. And yeah, I would go back, maybe not too far, because I can understand that the living in the past was quite hard. So maybe going back 50 years would be a good period. Are you superstitious? So normally I'm not superstitious, but there was something strange. We went to neighbor mountains, or a home mountain, and we wanted to go up by skis. And in the morning, a black cat was running over the street. we were laughing a bit, but the same day I slipped with the skis and I fell down 200 meters something, and I get really badly injured my shoulder. So maybe there's a correlation, but still it's hard to believe. When you drive alone, do you listen to audiobook, music, or travel in silence? So in general, I really like to be in silence from time to time on the mountain, but also in the car. But I would say, nowadays I really love to listen to podcasts, because it's something you can always learn, and so the time is not missed. If you weren't a climber, mountaineer, what passion would you explore? This is definitely riding and being with animals. So this was my first big passion. I started riding when I was 6 years old, and I'm the only in my family who has a relationship to animals. So this is really my passion, and I have the feeling that it's coming back. So I would love also to ride in the future again. Beer or wine? For sure beer, because I'm intolerant against wine, so beer is the way to choose. Do you sing in the shower? The oldest personal item you still have? I got an old piton from the year 1938. So when the Eiger North Face was climbed, it was a present of my father, and I got it quite when I was a young boy. I was not really climbing at this time, but still I have this piton, and I see the value of it. Not the metal, it's not a value, but just the idea that this piton was in this wall in 38, it's very, very intense for me. What is perfectly normal for you that your friends find risky or plain stupid? Maybe climbing itself. So not my friends, but all the rest of the people I know, they say you are just crazy, and maybe they are right. Describe yourself with 5 words. I'm somebody who's in the back, not in the front. Who likes to be in the back, not in the front. I'm calm, I would say. And I also like being alone sometimes. Not always, but sometimes. Last photo you took with your phone. It's several days ago, so I try to not do any picture of things I see, because in the end you have thousands of pictures on your phone, and it's hard to say this is a special one and this is a special one. I try at least to do not pictures of everything, but it's not easy. The last time you wrote a paper letter or postcard? I generally really like writing postcards. So it's not so far away. Maybe some month ago, I was writing a postcard to my wife. Is there something you think you are too old for? I think you're never too old for anything. Just if you have the motivation, go and try. So I don't think that I'm too old. What is that you know or can do that younger generations cannot? Maybe stay focused for at least a while. I think that social media and the very fast turning world is changing this, and so it's not easy to escape this. What particular food item you dislike most? So once I was in Mongolia, and there the guests always get the eyes of the sheep, and this was very, very hard to eat. If an eye is looking to you, you have to eat it. It's special. GPS or paper map? I would say none of them really. So this is the thing I don't know so well. Martin is much better, my friend and partner. So I normally go there just and search for my own way, but it's not always ending in a good way. The best dish you can cook? It's a special dish of our country. It's called Schwarzblendner Riebel, not hard, quite hard to pronunciate. But it's the dish of the past. So the farmers and the woodworkers were eating this in the morning, and it gives you really a lot of power, and I love this kind of dish. Do you have night dreams? Funny, it's interesting, but no. Since some years I stopped dreaming, or I do not stop, of course, but I can't remember in the morning. It's strange. So I try to live my life without dreams. The longest journey in your life. So I see the whole life as a journey. I would say I'm still in it, and I like the thinking that, yeah, the life is your journey, and everything you do is the step for the next. I think you did for the first time ever recently. So I'm a farmer since 2 years, and I have sheep. I really love them. But this winter I had to slaughter 3 of them. I did it by my own. I'm not proud of this, but I have the feeling that it's part of this game. It was very, very difficult, but in the end, the meat you eat has a totally different value. What is that most people wrongly think about you? Not anymore that much, but in the past, of course, they were thinking I'm a little Reinhold Messner, but I'm not. It's obvious. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter or TikTok? If I could choose, none of them, but if I have to choose, it's Instagram. Are you a fan of any sports team? I'm not really a fan of a sports team, but I had the pleasure to visit once a kind of polo. It's played in Pakistan, a really wild game. So then teams, they are not known, but this game somehow I find it really, really inspiring and interesting.